Hey guys, so tonight is about raising your vibration, manifesting, all that really important stuff. I just had everybody open the chat on the side. You guys, engaging in trainings is absolutely imperative. It's the difference between just watching a talking head and actually really becoming a part of something. So you can sit and you can absorb, but I'm telling you, it's not the same. It's been scientifically proven. I would like to go find the study. I found it a while ago. So I can't tell you exactly where the source came from, but I did look into it. And there is actually been scientifically proven that when you're engaged physically during anything, so when you're participating, you actually absorb more of it. So that's why, it's challenging sometimes. Well, if you've ever been in a training for something, they'll like teach you and then they'll be like, okay, now we're going to do it. It's very much the same in these trainings. So if you're new, it doesn't matter. Be hungry. Be hungry for questions. Be hungry. It's not about getting noticed. It's about interacting so that it actually becomes real, because it's way different. I could just sit here and talk to you and it's just like watching TV. But if you're actually engaging, and Minda said hi, I said hi back. Lori, hi. It's acknowledgement. You're here, and it's your way of saying, guess what? I'm here. I'm showing up. I'm going to be here. I'm engaged. Fantastic. So nice work, Lori and Minda. I would love to see a few more comments in there, just saying hi, whatever. Or if you want it in the future, you want to engage more, then that's fine. So one of the first things that I like to do is celebrate, some people call them wins. Some people call them accomplishments. Some people call them whatever. There's tons of names for it. But one of the very first things that I really like to do, and you'll find this with Mel and myself's trainings, is we ask you to celebrate your wins. So what are things that are going right for you in your life right now? And this is really a big part of what we're going to be talking about tonight, is about raising your vibration. So when we focus on things that aren't working out for us, we focus on the negative, we're all up in our heads, listening to that little voice that talks to us, and you're really starting to pay attention to what your vibration is. We can get into all the little scientific things. My mom does sound therapy. She has crystal singing bowls that actually physically can change the vibration of the body. We're not going to really get into that today, because if you're really interested there's so many ways to raise your vibration, and I don't want you to feel like you need to go invest and buy something to raise your vibration, because you absolutely don't. You can raise your vibration in a millisecond. You can also lower your vibration in a millisecond as well. So one of the very first things that we do is by focusing on things that are working out for us, saying, you know what, this is my win today. It doesn't have to be necessarily just in your business. It can be in your life. So what I want you to go through right now is, all 10 of you, is please write a win that you have right now, something you're celebrating. It could be a personal thing. It doesn't have to be insane, just something. Like, what are you focused on? Something profound. This is going to go flying. So celebrating your wins raises your vibration because you're focused on something positive. Now, I have been told by multiple people, and I do believe this, that I am one of the fastest manifestors that I've ever met. And that is not something that I was necessarily born with. I would say it really changed when I started doing this. And that is because I started really paying attention to what made me feel good and what made me feel not so good. So the way we vibrate is just literally the way we feel and what we're attracting. Like attracts like. The law of attraction, what we do is called attraction marketing. So guess what? If you're shitty and you get behind your computer and you start writing ads or talking to leads, and I apologize if you have children in the room, you might want to turn it down. I don't swear very often, but there might be some little one here and there, just a little. It's called passion. There might be, you think that you can get behind a conversation with someone about inspiring them and talking to them about how amazing their life was when you just look at your empty bank account and you're ticked off because there's no money in there. You can't create from that space. So strongly recommend, before you invest any time in any part of your life, and Mel talked a little bit about this yesterday about morning routines and stuff. The point of that is to get yourself in a space where you're really feeling good, where you're actually able to attract things to you that you want more of. So manifesting, there's lots of different techniques. The main thing is you want to set yourself up for success. So there's people that use vision boards. Visual is huge. I use Pinterest, and I just print off all the pictures of things that I love, and it's right beside me where I wake up in the morning. It's on the wall right there. So some visuals that make me feel good. I get up and I look at them and I'm like, I feel great. Because like Mel was talking about yesterday, there's like the first 20 minutes of your day is really going to set you up for how you feel. What I really want you to focus on too is the things that drop your vibration and drop your energy and drop your flow. So there are literally certain things, alcohol being one of them, that can definitely throw off your vibration and actually bring you down a notch. I'm not telling you all to quit drinking, but what I'm just saying is awareness. So what really we're going to start to be doing in this business and in your life is becoming self-aware. Because I can tell you all day long practices that you should do, which I will give you a few tonight, but if you're not actually feeling it, it does nothing for you. So you can write down a gratitude list all day long. You can write down, things that you love, things that are working out for you list all day long. You can listen to your favorite music. But at the end of the day, if you're not feeling it and it's not making you feel good, it's not going to do anything for you. It's not going to raise your vibration. So you can go through all the motions, and I work with a lot of people, and they'll be like, I'm doing everything. I'm reading the magic. I'm listening to this. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. I'm like, yes, you're doing all the things, but what are you feeling? That is the key. That's the difference. How does it make you feel? And at the end of the day, if you're not feeling good, there's no more good going to be coming. You can say good, you can give yourself, you can say, I am abundance, I am happy, I am grateful, I am this. You can use all the I am statements you want. But the fact is if you're not actually feeling that, you won't be able to manifest anything in your life that you truly want. So that's why people say to use visuals, because if you can look at a picture and you can feel it and you can actually really like feel the way it feels, that's one of the things that I like to do is write down my perfect day at the end of the day. And I close my eyes, and I personally have a house that I walk through that I've created in my mind, and I walk through it at least once a week. I can feel the floor on my feet. I can hear my children. I can feel the warmth on my face. I can feel a breeze. I can smell. I can literally feel what that feels like. Okay. So your number one goal in your business is to find more ways to celebrate yourself and to feel good. So self-care is really, really important. Taking care of you first, because there's no way that you can attract anything more of positivity if you're not in that space of being able to receive. So a big part of manifestation is receiving. Being able to receive is huge. So are you able to receive? And a great way to be able to receive is to really invest in ourselves. So for me, yoga makes me just feel amazing. I know when I come out of a yoga class, no matter what mood I'm in, when I go in, I'm going to feel amazing when I come out. So I know that that's important. Meditation, super important. I know if I meditate, I'm going to feel good. So a big part about manifesting and raising your vibration is being able to actually receive. Are you worthy? Do you have deep-rooted emotions around self-worth? And if you do, that's fine. We're just going to go through a period of time where you're going to have to start really becoming your own internal dialogue and watching. So one of the things that helped me immensely was hypnotherapy. And I'm not telling you guys, this is the last thing I want you guys to think about right now. You guys are new. The last thing I want you to be focused on is where you need to spend more money in order to make yourself feel better. You can absolutely, every single resource is available on YouTube, just so you know, for free. So you could literally watch hypnotherapy sessions on YouTube that are to help you with, say you have, the best tool ever. Say you're going through a breakup with your boyfriend and you're really struggling with how to manage it. Google on YouTube, Abraham Hicks breakup. You are going to get a series of videos that's going to teach you exactly how to raise your vibration during that time. YouTube is an incredible resource, you guys. If you have any questions about anything or you need help with working through anything, start anything with Abraham Hicks and then finish it off with your question. Or just type in your question. You might find something. And it really is about finding people and mentors that you really resonate with. You know, I have some people I follow that aren't in the community that really resonate with me. So a big part about what I do, and if you don't like watching YouTube videos or listening to them, then don't do it. You know, like this is the thing, is I can tell you what I do all day long, and you're going to take little bits and pieces. And Mel's going to tell you what she does, and you're going to take little bits and pieces. Safa is going to tell you what she does, and you're going to take little bits and pieces. The beautiful thing about what we do is we're not going to give you the answers, but we're going to tell you where to look. Your job is to formulate a plan, a blueprint for yourself to create your very own internal happiness. So the moment that things start coming up and things start coming at you and hitting you off your rocker, it's not about never getting hit off your rocker. It's about how long do you stay on the ground. Right? So when you have these tools and when you know what you need to do to raise your vibration, it gets a lot easier when you're like, oh my gosh, I just got rocked. Okay, what do I know will make me feel better? A latte for sure. I'm just kidding. A yoga class, you know, something healthy. So this is the next thing I want to go into. What you put in your body is going to directly affect your vibrational frequency. So health is wealth, which is why we use Enagic. It's not because we just want everybody to sell water, but I'm telling you that your body is over how many percent? Somebody tell me, oh, by the way, I've only had 3 people celebrate their wins and there's 13 people on this call, which means that there's probably 10 people that really have a hard time finding either celebrating their wins, or you're embarrassed that yours is stupid, or you just don't really see the value in actually doing that. So the 3 of those things revolve around trust, self-worth, and trust and self-worth. So if you haven't put anything down yet, or you really, really are struggling to even think of something, that's a self-worth thing, because I know every single one of you has something to celebrate. Whether you bought the best toilet paper on the planet by accident and it feels really good when you wipe your bum, there is something that you can celebrate. That salsa that you wanted to try that was on sale and you pulled it out and it was way better than you thought it was going to be. It doesn't matter, you guys. There's got to be a win. You've got to find it. The only way we create is by focusing on the little things that truly can expand. We have to start little. You have to dial that in, okay? So that's the first thing. What you put in your body. So the water, just so you know, it vibrates, right? It's alive. The water is actually alive. So it feeds your cells. So health is wealth. We understand that all day long. My dog didn't poop in the house today. Yes, Stephanie, that's a win. That is a huge win. Okay, let's go through these. I'm excited about the new path with this business. Amazing, Jessica. Now, this is the second thing, a little tip. Get as specific as possible. A huge part about manifesting is the more clear you can be. So I'm really excited to be taking my first step towards a career I've always dreamed of taking. It's a little bit more dialed in, right? Like you took just a business. It's like, I've talked to you, so I know this is something you've been looking for a while. Now you found someone to trust and you like the business model. Sweet. You just found a vehicle, girl. You found a vehicle to get you where you're going. So dial it in as tight as you can. Yours is yours isn't way off what I just said, but I'm just saying, even if you can tighten it a little bit and get more specific, what is it about this business that you are excited about? Because that's what you're going to create, right? The mobility, that you're super excited about, the mobility, the freedom, right? Like, and you might have said that, no, you said about the new path. So even if you go into like the freedom that I'm going to have as my business gets rolling, you have to talk about things as if it's already here. If you keep things in the future, and I'm not speaking to just Jessica, this is just a general term. If you are celebrating things that are in the future, you keep them in the future. So start talking as if things are already here. Start really dialing in and paying attention to the way that you talk to yourself. If you need to write it down, write it down. If you're like me and you got a gazillion things going through your head, the best thing to do is just to write it out. You'll really start to get to know yourself and how you talk to yourself, and that's where we start. So before I get into the health as wealth part, and then Mel is going to jump into her side, because we all manifest a little bit differently, but what it really comes down to, the baseline is how you feel. When you feel good, you can manifest from that spot. When you don't feel good, you're not going to create anything positive for yourself. And that's just a fact, you guys. So also, the worst thing that you can do is when you're not feeling good, be like, oh, you're such an idiot. If you don't get in a place where you feel good, you're just going to keep attracting shit. You're just going to keep doing this to yourself. And that is actually, you're just beating yourself up even more. So don't beat yourself up. Be kind with yourself. Oh, no. Oh, okay. He's going to rope me. Okay, you got me. Now go get Myra. Okay, mommy has to finish working, okay? Thanks, buddy. So cute. Okay, so, and so for those of you that are moms, this is absolutely doable with kids, obviously, for sure. Really quickly, let's go through these. I'm on day 9 of the magic and I feel like I'm levitating. So happy, right? Feeling good. You never realize just how good you feel until you start this. My beautiful partner is about to be home with me every 2 weeks after months of hard work to make it happen. Win. Oh, that's lovely, Lori. Get in when you're in. So guys, when you're in these spaces of like true happiness, that's when you write your ads. That's when you write your content. Get a journal, write this stuff out. When you're inspired action, when you're inspired, every single ad I have goes. And why? And I like, not every single one, but 90% of my ads go. From day one, I've never had the problem. But guess what? Every single ad I write comes from a space when I feel wicked. When I'm like, oh, I feel so good. And then all of a sudden, like all these ideas come in and I'm like, oh, and you know what, you guys, you have 3 to 5 seconds before those thoughts disappear. So when you're passionate and you're feeling good and you're excited and an idea pops in your head and you're like, oh, that's a good idea. If you don't write that down right now, you're going to forget about it. And then you're never going to be able to encapsulate that again. So everything that you create in this business needs to come from that space. So you get paid to feel good. Literally, you're going to get paid to feel good. The better you feel, the more you focus on yourself and raise your vibration, the more successful you're going to be. Ace, honey, mommy has to finish, okay? You go rope Cash. Okay. I'm working on not responding if my response is going to be negative. I will wait until I can say something positive. It's not even, okay, so this is the point, Sharon. It's not even about what you say. You can say whatever. You know what? You can't say the wrong thing to the right person. It's the energy behind it. That's all it is. It's all it is. I've threw away amazing clients because I was just not feeling good. And I learned to shut off my ads when I was there. Don't shut off your ads. Get your shit straight. I had enough leads that I could work on warm leads, so my business didn't slow down. But you guys, you gotta be focused on getting in a good spot. It's not what you say, it's the energy behind it. It's what you come at it with. And I've had people be like, I'm doing everything right. It's not working. I'm like, well, where are you at in your life?
I can rope Cat.
Okay, go rope Myra. I'm almost done. Okay?
Okay. I can rope you?
Then you can rope me later, yeah? I have discovered Planet Organic here near my house and have my fridge packed with amazing healthy food. Yes, health is wealth. Okay, baby. Health is wealth, you guys. You have to be putting things in your body that are vibrating high. You want your body to keep leveling up, right? So what can you get rid of in your life that is lowering your vibration? Putting on your body. I have Epsom salt baths almost every single night. I have Epsom salt baths. They're amazing. Went to a 6 a.m. hot yoga class. Huge win. Yoga aligns your chakras, vibrates you higher, makes you feel amazing. I'm excited about watching these videos and gaining a different perspective. I set aside this time and it's great. Good for you, Minda. The fact that you're here is a win. That is a huge win. Massive. I'm excited to be able to take my family on the road and new huge success with big paychecks to explore all the cool things this world has to show. Woohoo! She's got it. Touchdown. That's what I'm talking about. Do you see the difference in that? Yes. You guys see the difference. You can feel the difference in that. There's energy behind that, right? You can feel that. So that's what I'm talking about. And look, it took her like, what, all of 30 seconds to get there? It doesn't have to be long. This does not have to be a huge process. You look beautiful tonight. I get to see your magic energy. My win. Oh, wifey, I love you. You just made me so happy. Also, guess what, you guys? We get to work with people that we eventually become extremely, extremely close with because We all have the same desire, and we're here to support each other. Mel and I have become like sisters. We've seen each other at our worst. We've seen each other at our best. We work together. We did not know each other at all before we started this business, and I consider her one of my closest friends. So that is my win, is being able to celebrate the beautiful humans sitting in front of me that I know we have a lifelong connection with, because what we go through here is not just the light stuff. We'll go through the onion, the layers of the onion, so that you can get in a position where you can truly run a remarkable business from a remarkable space. You have to be there. You can't not. You have to focus on yourself. So, love you. Thank you for that. And excited about saying nothing but positive things to myself today. That is beautiful. Absolutely. Love yourself. It's your temple. My laptop is close to dying, so I want to plug it in and pass it over to Mel so that we want to keep these trainings 30 minutes and under. So for the next 10 minutes, take it away, Mel. Inspire the heck out of these beautiful humans.
Hi, guys. Happy Tuesday. So we don't have a ton to say right now, but I want to kind of segue from what Shauna said and from what I kind of started last night. So I'm going to share my own kind of personal experience with manifesting. Like I said last night, there was a lot of things I started in this business that I never did before. And manifesting was one of them. So I actually remember writing my first ad and thinking that manifesting was a complete joke, and sitting on the floor and picturing as much as I could and as hard as I could people commenting for more info. And I sat there and I would do it every single night. And then all of a sudden I started getting comments. And the thing about manifesting that I feel a lot of people do wrong is something Shauna made very clear, and it's about feeling. You have to feel the excitement in your body and what it feels like when that happens for you. And you get that first lead and you get that first sale and feel what it feels like to leave your job and kind of like walk yourself through all of your goals and feel them and get very clear on that. So if you want to buy a Lamborghini, you're going to get in that car and you're going to see what it smells like and you're going to feel like the speed and the adrenaline. You have to feel it. That's where manifesting comes from. So I actually did a training for my team last week on quantum jumping. So what I'm going to do, rather than going through this whole thing, is I will post it in the group so that you guys can all watch it. It is super short. It's about 28 minutes. And quantum jumping is something else you can research. And essentially it is manifesting, but it looks at it from a scientific perspective. So if you are reading Happy Pocket Full of Money right now, it talks about quantum physics and it talks about different realities. So essentially the theory is that there are multiple realities all over, and there's a reality that you are super successful in this business and doing really well. There's a reality that you're like a movie star. There's a reality that you have a house that you want and you're living the life that you want. And there are all these different dimensions. And by sitting down and getting clear on where you want to go, you can essentially jump into that next reality. So the idea is that everything that you want is accessible to you, but you have to believe it and you have to feel it. So there's an experiment in the training that I go through, and it's called the 2-cup method. And what it is you will take 2 cups. So Shauna just spoke about water. She just said about how it's alive, how it feels your vibration. Has anyone ever seen, type in the chat if you have, has anyone ever seen, I think it's Dr. Emoto's experiments on plants. So he speaks to plants positively or negatively. And then he watches how they grow. So I went tanning today. I'm like just burning now, which is weird. There's also experiments. I don't know, you guys know that when you like go tanning, and then all of a sudden you're like, whoa. Anyways, so there is also experiments on water. So they have shown snowflakes. When snowflakes are freezing, talking positive, happy words to the snowflakes and what kind of snowflake it makes versus negative. And it's not making like a nice snowflake. If you want to take that one step further, if you guys play with angel cards, Doreen Virtue, her and her son, I believe, for the past 5 years, has been doing experiments on words. And they actually sit down and record words, and they record the vibrations that each word makes. So they can prove what frequency words are putting out. So a word like love will vibrate really big, but a word like hate has this really short negative vibration to it. So in the same way that you're doing affirmations and talking to yourself and using positive statements, you're increasing that vibration and you're increasing the frequency around you. So not just for yourself, but everything around you. That's why, happy people are drawn to them. Negative people, you can feel it. Those are things that people notice without even knowing that they potentially notice them. So what the 2-cup experiment is saying is that you can take 2 cups of water and you speak into 1 cup your reality. So you're saying, I just started this business. I'm really nervous, but I'm not going to let fear take hold of me. I'm going to jump outside my comfort zone. I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to change my life. And then you're going to pour that into another cup and you're going to talk into that cup the future that you want in the life. So it can be 1 month from now. I'm successful. I'm doing really well. I'm bringing people in. I'm meeting incredible, people, all that. And then you drink it. You've spoke that vibration into the water and then you're putting it into your body. So it's a way to help you separate those 2 realities and change your vibration that way. So it may sound really crazy to you guys. It has been proven. I think they did a study on 50,000 students that were manifesting extremely fast by using this method. So quantum jumping is the same thing as manifesting, but it's moving into a different reality. So I will post that training. I'm also going to post one of the best manifestation meditations I have ever done. It's only 10 minutes. It's something great that you guys can do at night. You can do every night if you want and manifest different stuff for yourself. But you'll see when you're listening to him, he really walks through you and how you feel. And then it's not just about feeling, it's also about trusting that that's going to come. So when you are manifesting, you are essentially, once you've got your idea straight, you're giving that up to the universe. You have to take action. You don't sit back and do nothing. But if you take the action without the energy of fear or of resistance or of competition or pressure, and you just kind of go about your day and do what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to trust that it's going to work for you. So I'll send it to you, and then everything that we're kind of talking about will be really clear. It is the best one I've ever used. I used it, again, on the ad that I have right now, and I got a really incredible winning ad from it. I actually was super nervous it wasn't going to work because I was having some weird issues, and I put my ad up, got in the bath, turned my phone off, did the meditation, and in record speed, I checked my ad and I had 6 comments in 20 minutes, which is crazy. So I knew that it had worked, whether you feel that, it's just chance or whatever, but there's no such thing, right? So manifesting is an incredible thing to bring into your business. I have used it since day one. Highly suggest it. And that is all I have for you guys for tonight. So I will post both of those so you can try your first one. Does anyone have any questions? Shauna, if you want to maybe pull yourself back out, we can do questions. I don't know if you're charged.
Yes, amazing. Thank you. The meditation thing, yes, I'll also post 2 that I listened to. I have literally used the same 2 for a year and a half. I will jump around and use other ones. I kind of find I go back to my other ones. So we will give you those, all 3. The one that Mel uses, the 2 that I rotate through, and just find one that resonates with you. If none of those do, then go on YouTube and find one. The last thing I just want to speak to really quick is there's something else that happens in manifesting. And this is something I always knew, but it was said in a different way that really resonated with me. And this is the thing, you guys, I'm still learning. So I'm still learning how to manifest. I'm still learning. This is not something that you're going to learn overnight. You have to get excited to want to learn this for the rest of your life. Seriously. But I'm telling you, the more you do it, the easier it will happen. The only thing that is not so great about manifesting is you manifest both ways, just so you know. So manifesting really good things happens really fast for me. If I'm really poopy, I manifest the bad stuff really quickly too. And it happens really fast. So, you do, that's why it's really about this being self-aware. So the last thing I just want to mention is there's something else that comes into manifestation called your core beliefs. If your core belief system is not in alignment with what you're trying to create, you're basically blocking yourself from getting what you want. So if you have a belief system around, okay, I'll use this one because this one was used for me and it made sense. You want a 10,000 square foot house. You want this mansion. It's on your vision board. You love it. You walk through it. It's what you wanted to create. But you were raised being told that big houses are a lot of work, or big houses are empty, or big houses feel cold, or, there's no warmth in houses. at the very base of your core, that's what you believe. So even more so, if you have a belief system that, or if you actually, your strongest desire is to have freedom in your life, then if you think big houses are going to take more work, your freedom dream just got crushed. You're literally emotionally F-wording yourself, or energetically, not emotionally. You're energetically screwing yourself, right? So pay attention to what your really deep core belief systems are and what you really want to create in your life. So for me, if I'm like, oh, my goal is to make $30,000 a month, that means that I'm going to be bringing on X amount of clients, which means I'm going to be doing X amount of more phone calls, which means I'm going to be working X amount of more hours. And that's great. If I'm totally ready for that and I'm like, yes, I want to do that. But if I'm already burnt out and I'm like, I can't do any more work, then that's not going to line up for me. If $30,000 means more work for me and I don't have any energy to give, then it's not going to line up. So it's the last thing that you can look at as far as if you're in a place and you're like, I can't manifest what I want, going back to like, what are your core beliefs and what do you actually believe about the goals that you're setting for yourself and what you're trying to accomplish? So that's the only last thing I wanted to say about that. Again, this is a process. This is a journey. You have to get excited about it. You have to love it. Imagine, like you hear the saying, be a Picasso of your own life. If you could literally paint your life however you want, you can. You can create whatever you want. Elon Musk is a prime example. The things I've created in my life are sometimes I look at them and I'm like, wow. So it's exciting. So if you guys don't have any questions, we're going to pop off so that these trainings stay nice and short for you guys and so that you guys can continue to just move forward every day a little bit more at a time. Thank you to everybody for showing up and not thank you for, like, I'm not saying thank you for me. I'm saying thank you for the world, because imagine if everybody did these practices every day. Thank you for shining your light and thank you for being committed to yourself, because how do we change the world? By changing what's happening in our own houses, right? If everybody just focused on sweeping off their own step, the world would be clean. So thank you for being a footprint of light on this planet so that we can make big change. It only takes one person to change the world. Only one. And you have a ripple effect. And light beats out dark. Remember that. Always remember that. If your light's shining, it pushes out dark. So thank you. Thank you. Love you all. What a wonderful night. My favorite topic ever. Go crush it out. Love yourself. Vibrate high. Mwah.